Ha, but hoo, but hey everyone. Quick thing before we get into today's video. I'm gonna shout out a couple people in the bottom left right now. And those people I would highly suggest going to check out, whether it's their YouTube, their Instagram, their, whatever social media platform you like, they're probably on it. They all make amazing content, and I would seriously suggest checking them out. But they are not the topic of today's video. The topic of today's video is positioning, looping, making sure you know when to vault, how to vault, all that good stuff. And I think the easiest way to start out this video is to say one of the biggest tips I can give you is to sit there and go and look up other people doing the exact same thing I'm about to tell you, because I am one of those people personally that I don't learn from textbooks. I don't learn from people saying, hey, do this and you'll be fine. I don't learn that way. I learn by doing exactly what you're doing by watching this video. I sit there and watch what someone's doing and I replicate it. Monkey see, monkey do. And that's how you do it. Now, as far as positioning, let's just start with that. Positioning yourself around a pallet or around a vault is key to be able to milk time off of the killer, to give your teammates time to cleanse a totem or do a gen or do whatever it is they're trying to do, get to an objective, whatever. And you see in this little example right here, I am positioning myself around this pallet so that this Bubba cannot insta-down me or even really hit me. You'll have killers do what will be called as respecting the pallet, just like how he did just there. He backed up a little bit, anticipating me throwing the pallet, that way he wouldn't get stunned. And it can be smart to do, and it can not be, depending on the person's skill level, which you'll only be able to determine by actually playing the game with them. I mean, if they have like a Toxic Nia skin on, or if they have a Scoops Ahoy Steve or something like that, that doesn't mean nothing. It just means they spent money and bought a cosmetic. The best thing to do whenever you are trying to loop the killer is, unless they're an insta-down killer like this Bubba, is to run around the pallet exactly like I'm doing right here, enough times to milk as much time as possible. And you see here, I could have thrown that pallet, but instead of doing that immediately, I chose to run around one extra time, throw the pallet, and milk, say, 5 seconds off of him and blind him. Now he's gonna clap me here, which is unfortunate, but I milked time, and that's the whole point of this example, is milk as much time as possible, because that could mean the difference between popping a gen and not popping a gen. Mind games are also a big thing. I am so proud of that 360. Mind games are also a huge part of this game that the game itself doesn't teach you, and it really should, and it's something that you'll only pick up while playing the game or watching other people. And the biggest mind game comes from watching the killer's red stain, and this is something you need to be aware of, killer mains too, is the giant red stain that's in front of you, which you will see right there, like along the wall. That is something that the survivors can use to their advantage, and it's something you can use to your advantage, all depending on how you approach a vault or how you approach a situation. So the killer's red stain is the thing that is directly in front of them. To this point in the game, there's no way to change the direction that the red stain is facing, so you know for an absolute fact, no matter what, that if you see the red stain, the killer is looking directly in front of the red stain. Just like how you saw this Oni. He is looking in the direction of the red stain. That's something that hasn't changed and probably will never change. Um, Now, something people like to do is Michael Jackson moonwalk, and people moonwalk whenever they want to trick a survivor going one area whenever they're really just doubling back. And it's something that is really, really good for the killer if they master it, and really, really bad for the survivor if they don't realize it's happening. Um, the great thing, though, is as a survivor, you have third person's perspective, so you can sit there and walk to the end of a wall and like look around both sides with your peripheral vision and still be able to see which way they're coming no matter what. It's something that you'll only get as you play again, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be golden to loop. Um, Positioning, that's all I really had to say on positioning. Looping is something, again, that you'll only get better with as you play the game and get experience, but looping you want to do just like how I'm doing to this pyramid head. You want to use and abuse a pallet as much as possible, and Spine Chill and Resilience help with that. Spine Chill gives you an extra 6% vault speed if the killer's looking at you, and if you're injured, Resilience gives you another 9%, something also known as the Vault God build. But, that will help you out whenever you're vaulting, and Spine Chill is also just an amazing perk in general, because it lets you know when the killer is looking at you, no matter if the killer's a stealth killer or not, or no matter what their terror radius is or anything. It's just if they're looking at you, Spine Chill pops off. That's why Spine Chill is an amazing perk. But really, I mean, that's all I have left to show y'all. I mean, you just need to position yourself around a pallet to where you don't have to throw it immediately. Milk one or two times around it before you have to throw it. Loop around said pallet unless the killer immediately breaks it. Then just move to another pallet or move to another vaulting location to try to milk that. And something to note is nobody was an expert at this first starting out. I mean, everybody has to learn. Everybody has to get good. Get good scrub. Everybody has to get good. It's just a matter of how quickly you can adapt and how quickly you can learn. And there are some flashlight blinds like what I just did, or you can do a bottle time, I believe is what it's called, where you put on a med kit and a purple styptic agent, and right before you get hit to be put in the dying state, you pop that, and it just puts you in a borrowed time-esque state. There are some advanced level techniques like that that can really help you out, but if you're just trying to start to learn how to loop and position yourself to help your team, then I would seriously suggest rewatching this, going back and watching like Monto, True Talent, Puppers, Oats Darva. All these people are really good at either explaining the game, entertaining, showing off good builds, and I really think if you found this video helpful in any sort of fashion, then you would find those videos even more interesting and helpful because they do a hell of a lot better job at entertaining than I do. But I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. I would like to make more of these videos, just if anyone wants some generic help or advanced help, if you want that too. Just comment down below what you would like help on, what you would like to see a video on, and maybe I can make it. Maybe it can help you out, help somebody else out. And don't criticize anyone for, being new to this game. I mean, everybody has to learn at some point. Everybody's gonna, hate the game, love the game. Just be civil. And y'all have a good day.